all about grief, comfort for those who mourn, and equipping for those who care. This is a new book from me, David Oliver, relevant to every Christian and every church. This book is available right now from Re-vived.com. You may recall that my son and my best friend Joel died after a short and courageous fight with cancer. After a few months of brutal treatments and interventions, Joel and the family were eventually given the shocking diagnosis of terminal cancer. And 17 tear-filled, pain-racked days later, Joel left this world. Following Joel's death, I wrote the book All About Heaven. Over 23,000 copies of that book have sold. Over 100,000 have been impacted by that book's content online, and 10,000 have attended or watched one of the evening events of the same name, which my wife Jill and I have presented. And we were surprised by the number of people who would come up to Jill and me after the event, not to talk about heaven, but to talk about their grief. In fact, as reliably as clockwork, around 10% of the audience would come and talk to us, grateful and inspired about hope in heaven for sure, but actually wanting to talk about their loss and about their grief. It was almost as if they were wanting to give their loved ones a voice, and in the process, by the way, indicating that they'd been unable to do this in their church settings. Many had never been able to share their grief in a church setting. So it is, we were encouraged by friends, by pastors, church leaders, and readers to put our journey of grief into print, to open up conversations that deal honestly with the things that rocked us, the things that helped us cling on when we felt we might fall over the precipice, and the things that ultimately enabled us over time to find our place in God's new, different season for us. In the book, All About Grief, we look at 5 tender ways Scripture helps us face death and dying. We discover what helps to dispel the fear of death. We answer the pressing question why Christians, more than most, struggle to help those who grieve. We practically explore how to avoid the wrong thing in the wrong way at the wrong time. And perhaps more importantly, we look at how to say the right things in the right way and at the right time. We look at how to face unanswered prayer with no regrets, and we learn how Scripture gives and breathes permission to grieve any way we want and in our own unique time frame. Probably going to help too to know that this book is endorsed by a wide variety of well-known folks and organizations. Rob Parsons at Care for the Family, Dave Fellingham and others from Frontiers, Salt and Light, Ground Level, the David Paulson Trust, Christ for All Nations, and Focus on the Family. To get your copy, Comfort for Those Who Grieve and Equipping Those Who Care, please head over to Re-vived.com.